Yeah, this is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody.
G'day.
On the show today, cousin Julia, as she's known in the Morris family. Julia Morris joins us.
Yeah, we talk to people about when someone used their stuff without their knowledge.
Oh.
We
We
did.
We also had a controversial discussion this morning about clothes horses.
And pegs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sean. People peg their horses.
No, really.
Plus your unique celebrity encounters.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Thursday!
It is
Come on.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Let's do this.
We're close.
Yeah, we are.
We are close. There's one thing that's going to get us over the line, and that's another Morris.
That's right. Yeah, when one's not enough,
We get two.
you grab Julia.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
So
grab
we do.
Julia
Julia.
Morris joining us soon, actually.
Jenny was busy.
I was reading a thing on Channel 10, and I didn't get this at all. So Melissa Leong,
Yes.
she said and her Channel 10 stablemates, if you like, her
Yes.
and Julia Morris, and it says two iconic Channel 10 celebrities. Melissa Leong, since when she's become iconic?
Well, they're talking about because they've been nominated for the Gold Logie.
Yeah.
Iconic, mate. Julia Morris has been around forever. She deserves it. Melissa, come on.
We're interviewing Melissa tomorrow.
You're going one-on-one
Let's
with
make sure we
her.
delete this part. Harry, delete this part of the interview. Thank you.
Harry, grab this.
Well, Harry just had to Google her, so that's not a great sign that he knows who she is.
Iconic, mate. Give me strength.
Don't worry, Sean, we won't bring it up. You want me to get the pegs? We're hanging you out to
Yeah,
dry.
thank you.
I don't have pegs. Do you have pegs?
Yes.
Do you have pegs?
No, because I don't have a
I
clothesline.
don't have a clothesline. I don't have pegs.
Oh, you both don't have clothesline?
No.
No.
I have
Where's the clothesline?
I have a
on?
clothes
Okay,
horse
yeah,
that I
yeah.
put out the
I
back.
have a clothes horse too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won the Melbourne Cup 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't have
a
pegs.
clothes horse.
What, Amy?
How do the clothes stay on the clothes?
You just
Horse.
put them on it.
Yeah, you
No,
just
but
put
like
it on
a-
them.
No, but they're not going to dry that way. Like
They
you-
do
What do you
dry
mean?
that way.
They do. They just hang.
Well, it's just
called
a rack,
gravity.
isn't it?
No.
And then
I mean-
and
Peg everything up on my clothes horse.
no, a lot of
On
things.
your clothes horse.
Oh, you peg everything on your clothes. No,
I ride mine.
Where do you put it? On the back of a truck on the freeway?
I don't get.
It's not moving.
What do you?
I know, but it'll, like your socks and your jocks and like you peg them up like you would.
But
I
you can
put
just,
them in the
you just put them
dryer.
over the. You can just hang them
I
over.
know, but they don't dry
What do you
well.
have? Nicker eating crows at your house or something?
No.
And all of your tops and things, I put them on hangers on the clothes horse.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to iron them as much.
We're laundry twins.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a hard and fast rule. I understand what
there-
the guys are saying when it comes to
I
clothes
don't.
horses.
Can I just say right now? I do not think there is another person that puts pegs on a clothes horse.
That's all I do. I
Let's
could get
say-
Alex to send you a photo right now of my clothes horse outside with pegs.
Leave him
on it.
alone. He's asleep.
Do you
Come on.
have a clothesline?
Yes.
So you just have an extra bit of. You
Yeah,
just want the
it's
horse
big.
in the backyard for the kids.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're going to
Keep
get some
grass
music
down.
on because we're going to find out if there's any of these horse people around. Wow.
The phone board's full.
Wow. We might be wrong, Natalie. Or maybe
No.
people are ringing to say
No,
Amy's
that couldn't be.
insane.
That couldn't be the case, Nathan.
Nothing beats a cozy winter getaway.
Or escaping to a tropical paradise.
Whatif.com helps you make up for getaways you've missed. Plan and book everything travel all in one place. Jump online or on the What If app. What If? It's Aussie for travel.
Who says we don't address the big issues?
I tell you. So I made the statement, and Natalie backed me up that I don't have pegs at my house.
Yes,
Natalie
not
does
one.
not have pegs at her house. Sean, what's your pegging situation?
Well, the one. No, we.
Only
No,
once
we have a
month.
big bucket of pegs. We have a big bucket
Yeah.
of pegs. But when in winter, obviously, the stuff goes in the dryer more often, and then on the clothes horse inside,
Yes.
which is not pegged in my house.
Yeah.
The
Whereas
inside
Amy
clothes
was
horse.
horrified. Our producer Amy was horrified that we wouldn't peg our things onto the clothes horse. It's like, why would you?
Don't.
Well, I do agree with
Peg
Amy
a
that
horse?
I'd imagine that it would dry better if it was pegged.
What do you mean? How would it dry better? It would give you indents.
Yeah.
Peg indents. That's
That's-
my main
that's a
problem
great
with
point.
pegs. We asked if there were other people out there that peg a clothes horse. Hello, Alicia.
Hi.
Hi, Alicia.
Alicia, did this conversation strike a chord with you? Did it?
Well, I do peg smaller clothes onto the clothes horse.
What?
Mostly because I have two cats and I also have a 1-year-old that will try to pull things off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it does help me.
Okay.
Cats.
So,
But,
yes.
Every now, I live out in Banksia Grove, and where I am, there's a lot of wind. So anything I put on there eventually get thrown off if I don't put pegs on.
Oh, that's a good
Famously,
idea.
Banksia Grove is a very
Yes.
windy place.
You are really
I think
battling
so.
a lot of
The elements.
a lot of moving parts there,
That's
aren't
right.
you?
Wind, cats, kids.
All right.
It's a battle.
So
Get
yours
together,
is a
watching
necessity.
Dry. That's right.
It's not really a choice. It's,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All
Thank you,
so
Alicia.
let's go to Matt in Maddington. Hello, Matt.
Hey guys, how are we?
Good,
mate.
Matty.
All right, so we're talking about pegging a clothes horse.
To peg or not to peg?
I am a pegger. I have 2 English staffies, and anything that ends up on the floor, it's fair game. So it's
Okay.
peg to make sure 1-year-old and dogs do not knock things on the floor.
All right,
Right.
Matt, we'll take the animal situation out of Amy's place because she doesn't
have one.
Yes.
She does
She
has
does have
2
little
children, but like I'm sure that James and Charlotte don't get off them pulling
They're
clothes
very
off.
well
No,
they
behaved.
would never do that. So say there was no danger of kids pulling it off, or there's no animal to grab your jocks and run off with them. Would you peg a clothes horse?
Oh, no, because I haven't got any knicker-eating crows around. So.
Nicker eating crows. Well, I mean, that is great. That
He's
is
always
great.
worried about the elements, Matt. Okay, well done.
All right.
They could have
And the
said
last
anything.
word on this, Caddy from in Janebrook. Hello.
Hey, how you going?
Hey,
Good
Caddy.
day, buddy.
All
Okay.
right.
To
Are you-
peg or not to peg?
Absolutely, you got to peg.
Why?
Absolutely.
What are you talking
If it's
about?
outside, the wind's going to blow them off.
No, well, my yard's quite protected.
Where are you putting where are
No,
you putting it?
It does. That does happen. But what about inside? Because I think for the majority of people, do they have their clothes horses inside, particularly overnight?
Oh, I mean, I guess you can, but, that's what you've got chairs for.
That's what you've got chairs for.
Just hanging over the chair.
So you leave the clothes horse outside, and if you've got to dry anything inside overnight, you'll just hang it over a chair.
Yeah, just hang it over a chair or put it on the put it on a coat hanger and then hang it up.
Caddy, have you ever had to battle the knicker-eating crows?
No, not the crows, but we do have a blue heeler that will love to cuddle our clothes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's
Does he eat
interesting, isn't
knickers?
it? So my
He doesn't
animals.
eat it. He just likes to lay with it.
Oh,
we're very similar.
he's not getting enough
Hey,
affection,
what, he
is
likes
he?
to
Very
lay on
similar,
a pile
Caddy.
of knickers.
Who doesn't, Nathan? Come on. Get on your
dreams.
caddy. Thanks, mate. Well, there you go.
Oh, there were people that disagreed with Amy, but
They just
obviously
couldn't- clearly couldn't
Amy's
get through,
in charge
eh?
of the phone calls.
That's
so we don't
right.
get to
She
hear from
swayed
them,
the
do
argument
we?
in her direction.
we?
That's the way. That's what happens in the media.
It is. It is.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Scomo, so yesterday when I saw him knock a child to the ground,
Yes.
I was playing.
my heart
soccer.
opened up to him a bit more.
Okay. You felt a kindred spirit, didn't you,
I
Nate?
did. Well, he was, he's in Tasmania at a soccer club, and he's accidentally bowled over the kid. You would
Yeah.
have seen the footage.
So he
by
was
now.
tripping anyway and took
Yeah,
the kid out.
Took the kid with him.
Yeah, to the ground.
And there are some people that have been having a go at him. I'm saying that's so dangerous. And
It's
if I was a
ridiculous.
teacher and I would be fired for that and blah, blah,
The
blah.
kid's fine,
And
by
I
the
just
way.
think, like, back off.
It can happen
Who
to
hasn't
anyone.
hurt a child accidentally? This is him. Look, everyone, he's not broken.
It's always a redhead too. You notice that? It was a redheaded child. And you close the space brilliantly, by the way, because that's how you defend.
Yeah.
You get up in their grill straight away, close the space,
the
and that's how they can't
criticism
get
is
around you.
it was taking a junior soccer game a little bit too seriously.
No, mate, you got to, mate. You got to keep these kids at a level, Nat.
You do.
That's how I take it on.
But he was doing it in dress shoes, which
He
might have been
was.
where the issue was.
So that's the problem.
Yeah.
I know.
Rookie
That's the problem.
mistake.
Yeah,
Rookie mistake.
And I connect with him because, as you know, in my past, controversially,
Your dark history.
I took a little girl out by falling onto her from the heights of a penny farthing.
I think let's relive that memory. Do we have it?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought we had it.
No. It was taken by the police for evidence.
It's okay. We bought her off with an iPad.
We had to give her an iPad because she was crying a lot. Thank God Scomo didn't have the kid crying because that
Yes.
that adds a whole other layer.
Yeah.
Especially like when you're in a live broadcast. I had
Yeah.
to deal with that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And Scomo knows as well that he's surrounded by journalists and cameras. And
Yeah.
you just go, as you're lying there on the ground with the kid underneath you,
Yeah.
Yes.
going, oh no, this is a
This,
When
I
you-
can
when you
imagine
get-
what
when
he
you-
was thinking.
when you get
Oh
off the
my
kid,
God.
you just hope you don't hear the crunching of bones.
Yes, that's right. you hope your pants are still done up. You know what I mean?
All of it. all of it. So embarrassing.
But that little kid, right? So he's forever got a unique experience. And
He
that
has.
is- that Scott Morrison took him out during
Yes.
a soccer
He
game.
was crushed to the ground by the Prime Minister.
Have the police just contacted us?
Yes, we've got the evidence.
the audio.
They've sent the evidence back.
Let's relive the memories.
This is me crushing a little girl when I fell off a penny farthing.
He's down.
He's down and he took out a little girl on the way. Are you okay?
The bike's still shaking.
Crying.
You okay? Nathan, shush.
You broke my fall.
Because Nathan had Googled a lot and watched a lot of YouTube videos about how to get on a penny farthing, but forgot to figure out how to get off.
There's not many on
Gravity takes care of most of
Can
it.
we just go back to that audio about halfway through, Harry, when he's fallen on this girl, the first reaction of Nathan Morris?
Okay.
He's down.
He's down and he took out a little girl on the way. Are you okay?
The bike's still shaking.
It's there.
No, honestly, he was very concerned.
It is one of my terrible.
Took out a little girl on the way.
It is one of my worst traits is laughing when someone is hurt or when I've hurt them. It's not good.
No, it's not great.
Yeah, it just adds to the tapestry of my single life. So that's that little girl's experiences.
that's
Nathan
right.
from Nova fell on me off a penny farthing.
Yes. Yeah.
We've gotten so many different ones. We actually got one from Aaron Rodgers too, Sean.
Yeah,
Yes, we did. So,
So, Harry, why don't we get you to read out what Aaron Rodgers
Why
had
won't
sent
you read
into
it
the
out?
show? No, because I think it's
Harry's an
nicer.
impartial voice, isn't he?
All right, Aaron Rodgers says, "Hi, I was at the football yesterday and was washing my hands when I saw Sean McManus walk straight past the sinks without washing his hands. Then, to my surprise, he shook a young supporter's hand. Just made me think about not shaking hands with anyone at the football again. Ha ha ha."
Great work, Aaron.
So who hasn't messed up a little child's life?
Aaron, I don't remember shaking anyone's hand, but I didn't.
Aaron
didn't
saw
wash
it
my
with
hands
his
at that
own
stage.
eyes.
I came in and had to confess to Ali and Tim yesterday morning. I just
So, Sean-
felt like I needed to.
During the football, what do you remember shaking?
I have a very clean. Yeah.
I mean, no way you can defend that position. No way.
Clean as a whistle, some would say. Clean as
Some
a
would
whistle.
say.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Look, it's front page everywhere. Scott Morrison wiping out a little kid during a soccer game as part of the election campaign yesterday. Interesting, policies on youth.
Yeah. I mean, what a great
care.
celebrity encounter story for that kid.
Yeah.
As the little girl that I fell onto from my penny farthing.
Yeah.
She's got hers. And then, like, Aaron Rodgers has got his as well.
Yeah.
We saw Sean at the football go to the toilet, not wash his hands, then shake a child's hand after that.
I don't think that second part happened, but I will say that I blame Harry for bringing this up because
Yeah,
you
he
wouldn't
read
do
it
that,
out.
wouldn't read it.
and
No,
Harry read
no.
it out.
Harry would.
When
So it's very interesting.
When I
Harry.
was about 17, I was at the airport and I'd flown from Melbourne to Perth and with the St Kilda Football Club, and I was just waiting to get my bag, and I got body checked, like fair bump play on, by Tony Lockett, who was fetching his bag. Like, that's a substantial. You know you've been hit at
You
that
would've-
point.
yeah, exactly.
I wasn't
God,
going to put
he's
up any
everybody in
defence.
that.
I know, unbelievable.
Let's see what encounter Helen's had. Hi, Helen.
Hi, how are you?
Good,
Great.
Helen.
All right. So, what was it?
Okay, so in the early 90s, my friend won the Face of Australia, and so she was modelling in New York, and she said, "Look, come over, visit us."
Yeah.
So we went to New York, and then her friend had a house in Aspen, but they all skied, and I had never been skiing.
Yeah.
So I was on the little, learner
Child's
little
run.
track for the first few days. Yeah, buttermilk,
Yeah.
with all the 4-year-olds.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then I finally tried skiing, but I realised that once I fell down, I couldn't get up. And there was Harry Hamlin from LA Law.
So,
Yes.
for people currently who don't know LA Law, if you watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, he's Lisa Rinna's husband.
What does he look like to me?
I could have been Lisa Rinna because he was single at the time.
Oh!
Anyway,
What a
he
missed
knocked me-
opportunity.
He knocked me over 3 times on his snowboard, but every time he knocked me over, I couldn't get up. So I'd have to sort of wait to, 10 minutes until someone came and got me up. And on the 3rd time he knocked me over, he stopped, came to walk over and said, "Look, I'm so sorry." And this female ski instructor turned up from nowhere and picked me up, and I never got to meet him.
Oh, she shepherded you out of it.
You
She
joke.
knew.
I
She
know.
knew. She's like,
You
oh,
got Hamlin blocked.
Yes.
Yeah, so I actually think he was trying to knock me over, and then out of nowhere, this female ski instructor came, lifted me up, and off we went.
Are you married now, Helen?
Yes, I am.
Is he anywhere
he
near
Harry
Harry
Hamlin
Hamlin?
worthy?
Or is it?
Oh, geez. I'm going to say yes. Is that the right answer?
No, you're saying
you
that
don't
because
mean
you're
it,
worried
though.
he's listening.
Not quite as famous. Not quite as famous, but yeah, very happily married.
But he also doesn't knock her over, so, you know.
Yeah, well, that's always a plus,
Thanks,
isn't it?
Helen. Brad's in Suvi. Morning, Brad.
Good morning.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, Brad.
Okay, what was your unique celebrity encounter?
Right, so I was at a place called Sun City, which is a resort in South Africa.
Sean's been
And
there.
I was there with my family, and I was there swimming in the pool with my baby cousin, who was about probably 5 years old at the time. And we were walking away from the pool through some of the resort's gaming facilities and arcade areas, and just meandering along, and we bumped into Michael Jackson and his entourage. And my cousin wanted an autograph, and I wanted an autograph, and my cousin was shirtless in his board shorts at the time, so I thought this is a great opportunity. So I walked over to one of the bodyguards, and I said, "Hey, can I get an autograph from my baby cousin?" And the bodyguard walked over to Michael Jackson and told him my request. And Michael Jackson took one look at me and one look at my little cousin, and he gave him a little nod. And the bodyguard came and grabbed us and introduced us to Michael Jackson, and we got autographs.
Brad, how old was your cousin?
About 5.
He was probably about 5 at the time.
It's concerning, isn't
Very
it? With the benefit of hindsight.
Very
it's
concerning here. What about... sorry, Brad,
keep going.
continue.
And then from there, he said, "Hey, do you guys want to come and have spend the next few hours with us?" And we're like, "Sure, why not?" So he invited us to join his entourage, and we spent the next maybe 3 or 4 hours playing all the arcade games and all the kind of novelty games that they had in the hotel. We spent the next 3 or 4 hours with Michael Jackson and his entourage playing all these games.
Okay.
And then at the conclusion of that,
he
was like, "Hey, do you want to come and have dinner with us as well?"
What?
And then
Where were your
hired us-
parents
Hey,
during
Brad,
all of
if
this,
the next
Brad?
thing you say you want to come over for a sleepover, I'm hanging up.
Oh, just wait. The story it still develops more.
Okay.
So he had hired out an entire restaurant, booked it out just for himself at the hotel. So there was maybe about a dozen people in this restaurant, and all at his table. And I was sitting directly opposite from Michael Jackson, having dinner with him. And after dinner finished, he was like, "Hey, I'm having a party at this nightclub in the hotel. Do you want to join us for that as well?" So I said, "Yeah, absolutely." So we went and got changed and came back, and we went to the nightclub party, and the Stars of Bold and Beautiful were there, and there was like a Swedish netball team.
Swedish
and
netball team.
Michael
They go
Jackson
hand in
was
hand,
on
right?
the-
So was it Ridge Brooke? Or who was it from Bold and the Beautiful?
Yeah, the Thorn and Ridge.
Thorn
I don't know
Thorn
who
and
they
Ridge.
were.
Ron Moss.
Yeah.
I don't know who
Brad.
they were, but apparently.
So,
they're-
Brad,
they're
how
some
old?
kind of
We know
star.
your cousin was 5. How old were you during this?
I was probably about 19 at the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, so our intention was just to get a 1-minute autograph.
Yeah,
and
and
that
then
turned
It
into
turns
this
into
extravaganza.
a hostage situation.
wow, what an amazing memory!
Yeah.
to have from Michael Jackson, and also like we
Disturbing?
said,
What part?
disturbing to hear.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Sean.
We are hearing tales about
Oh,
your celebrity
gosh.
encounters that they're not just regular. I asked for a selfie. It's
No.
there's something unique about these encounters.
Like basically moving with Michael Jackson. That
Yeah,
was
exactly.
weird. Rhonda's in Doubleview. Hi, Rhonda.
Oh, good morning, guys.
Hey,
Hi,
Rhonda.
Rhonda. Okay, what was the celebrity encounter with the difference?
Well, in the late 80s, 90s, I worked at Burswood and I used to look after the VIP guests.
Yeah.
Cool.
And, it was a great job, actually. And one day I was serving room service to Bob Hawke. And the rooms, you know how the room service trolleys flap down at the side?
Yes.
So it got stuck and I was trying to release the spring and he tried to help me and he put his hand down the side of the thing and I reached it up and jammed his finger in the room service.
You maimed Bob Hawke. Was he Prime Minister at the time?
He was.
It's very disrespectful, Rhonda.
He didn't look very impressed, I must say that. But we actually went on to be quite good friends because he stayed quite a lot after that. But I've never been so embarrassed in my life to jam the Prime Minister's finger in something.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know what, though? You made an impression.
That's right.
He would always remember you.
yes, I think that was true, Nathan.
That's fantastic. All right.
Beautiful story. Thanks, Rhonda. Pamela, hello.
Hi.
Hi,
Pamela.
Okay, who was your celebrity encounter and why was it a bit different?
Mine was Meat Loaf, God rest his soul.
Yes.
We had travelled from Stranraer in Scotland to Belfast. We were going across there for Hogmanay for New Year's Eve.
Yes.
So we had New Year's Eve and did our partying in Belfast. But on the way back from Belfast, the waters were too choppy, so our ferry was delayed. So we had to stay in the Holiday Inn Plaza, which was just right on the Belfast sort of ferry port. But Meat Loaf was playing there that night. So obviously Belfast was really busy. We got a hotel room, but it was up on the top floor, up beside the penthouse where Meat Loaf was actually staying.
Yes.
So as we were coming out of our hotel room, so was he with all his security guys. And then one of my friends said, hey, wait a second, let's go and get a photo. So she approached some of the security guards to ask for a photograph, and they said, yeah, that's grand. And then my mate just handed Meat Loaf the camera to take a picture of us, not with him.
Did he find that funny?
Great gag.
Yeah, that old chestnut.
I find it really funny. And he did offer us ticket to go to his...
And you said, no, sorry, I'm busy.
No, thanks.
Okay, that is so funny. Can you just, for everybody right now, for our pleasure, can you just say Meatloaf?
Yeah, Meat Loaf.
It's just adorable.
Meatloaf.
It's adorable the way you say it, Pam.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
The PGA Championship gets underway in Oklahoma later today. Once again, as you can hear Tiger live from the course at the
Teeing off
moment.
as we speak.
Yeah, that's in Southern Hills.
That's weird because it's like quite late at night.
It's a really tricky first hole too. It's a bit of a dog left to the left, and you've just got to carry the first bunker to make sure just lob into the ideal situation, which the great man will.
Oh, he's already played his second shot.
Settle down, mate. We'll get to you in a minute.
He's
$12 million is the prize.
Getting between the shots quick.
He's gagging to be on the show, isn't he? Oh, hey, Tiger, wait your turn.
One of the things, many conversations the three of us had via Zoom with Tiger over the journey, and one of them has obviously been recently about his body following that car crash.
Yeah, that was a severe car crash.
Well, I know, because other people, it was just like some golfing star. To us, it was a dear friend.
So, just in conversation, we had to ask, how's he travelling and how hard has it been walking around the golf course?
I still have tough days, and things aren't going to be as easy as people might think. But I feel like I'm doing better. I'm having more days in which are better, more positive. Able to practice a little bit longer.
Then we gave him a hug.
Yeah,
we did. And for the full interview, you can go to our podcast later on today. You can't give too much away, can you?
No,
it's very personal.
And then on that interview as well, you can hear my polywaffle fight with Madonna as well. Very exclusive. Audio. Celebrity experiences that we've had.
Good luck to all the guys playing, including Min Woo Lee, who we talked about. Min Ji, his sister, yesterday with Pav when he was on. Min Woo's one of the favoured Australians, performed particularly well. And, of course, Cameron Smith with a super mullet.
Hey, while we're on the golf, the PGA Championships in Tulsa, what about how much they're charging for stuff?
I haven't heard what they're charging for stuff, Nathan.
Okay, Sean, you will be paying $27 for a beer, I think it is. Yes. 27 Australian dollars for one beer.
Whoa.
Is it mid-strength?
It's a Stella.
Jeez, it's like you're back in Singapore.
$27.
That's outrageous, isn't it?
It seems a little over the top.
Maybe they don't want chicken Caesar salad is 23, which
that seems fair. That's what we pay
fair,
here.
But even think about that: a $23 chicken Caesar salad, right? So you got your bit of chicken, right? Mm-hmm. And then you've got your mixed leaves.
Yes,
that's like $3.
Yes, some egg. Got to have egg.
And you've got
parmesan,
egg. One egg. They don't give you two.
Dressing.
Some anchovies.
Some croutons.
How big is this bowl?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
I don't think it'd be a big bowl.
No, you don't get a bowl. You just hold your hand out.
Yeah.
What else have you got in terms of price?
Okay, so the Stella's 27. A Kona Big Wave Golden Ale, that's $21. And then a signature souvenir cocktail, that's $27 each. That's probably normal about a cocktail.
I know, but a cocktail and
21.
a beer being the same price is a bit weird.
Bottles
Cocktails
of water are
$8.50.
Oh my god! I recently went to the cinema, and me and Johnny went, and we got 2 bottles of water.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And we got two popcorns, and not big popcorns either. $42 it was.
That's outrageous.
How?
$40.
They saw you coming, didn't
Yeah.
they?
No,
I know, and I
that's
want to
what
do, but they
I
don't check how much things cost, and later on,
Yeah.
you know when you pay by your phone, then like a little thing comes up from Bankwest and just says how much it was. And like, I was in the cinema, I went, what?
Well, the golf course has to pay for the $12 million they got on offer
that's
for the
true.
players. Moving over to the Australian swim titles, we were having a chat to Gian Rooney yesterday, and obviously
She was
Cody
great.
Simpson comes up in conversation because, as we know, he was a pop star,
Yeah,
and
it's a great
he's
story.
dating everyone under the sun and all the rest of it. And we mentioned the fact you didn't know if this was going to be legit. Well, he made it last night. He was pumped after finishing third in the 100-metre butterfly.
Obviously lived and breathed the sport growing up. Took a hiatus for the better part of 10 years and came back with just a fire that I couldn't put out and still can't put out.
Look, I'm a bit annoyed. It's okay to be good at one thing, but you shouldn't be allowed to be good at two things. Do you know what I mean?
This is legit because he's got to put in the work. There's no way of getting around this.
Yeah.
Natural talent is one thing.
Yeah,
but
but you
putting in
literally
the
have to
work,
do the training. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Sean, what's your favourite Cody Simpson song?
Off the top of my head, Wannabe.
Splish
Oh,
Splash.
sorry, that was the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
What
about
Living on a Prayer? No.
No. What is this one up there? I googled Cody Simpson's music last night. This apparently is his biggest hit.
Okay.
I've never heard it before in my life.
He was always bigger in America than he
It's
was
called
here,
On
wasn't
My
he?
Mind. Yeah, but like so was Bieber at the start, and then he leaked over.
Yeah. Can you actually sing? I know we now.
Well,
we now
let's
know
have a
he can
listen.
swim.
Let's have a listen. It's only jumped up.
I wanna be there to help.
He was a teen.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But could he sing?
He can
Well,
sing
we're
as
hearing
much
it
as
now.
anyone else.
Is this singing?
He can sing.
He can sing. No, I like to hear acoustic version to make my own.
Oh,
Light
what?
shape.
So,
Some runs.
Yeah, I'm big on runs.
Yeah, Sean loves a run.
And Shayna Jack was the other one
Yeah.
coming back from her doping suspension, finished second in
so
her event. which
back
is
to
a great
Cody.
effort,
So
yeah.
because he finished third, he automatically qualified for the Com Games, but somebody else has dropped out of that event, so he can go to the World Champs as well.
World Champs as well, yeah. That's
Amazing.
a fair effort. God,
He
well
knocked
done, man.
a full second off his personal best.
And he's going out with Emma McKean.
Yeah.
So,
He's right in the swimming world now.
He's right in it
Emma
all right
McKean
now.
having to follow Miley Cyrus as a girlfriend. Like, that's tough.
And have you heard of her? She's joining the Red Bull team. Miley Cyrus? Yeah. As a driver. No. Sure.
Well, the Red Bull teams do a number of things. Don't they?
Yeah, that's true, yeah. That is true.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Being the sexiest doctor alive would be a huge responsibility.
That's what I found.
I stayed away from medicine for this reason.
Oh, Sean, I mean, you imagine that weight on your
Medicine.
shoulders.
That reason.
Yeah, it'd be a lot. Well, there's a guy
Yeah, it's
called...
the only one.
guy called Dr. Mike, bit of a celebrity, apparently the
Yeah.
sexiest doctor alive.
Oh,
it's
hot
a
as
big call.
chips.
Yeah. He has a $320,000 Lamborghini Euro. Doing well.
So he's really keeping a low profile.
Yeah. His apartment block is Hudson Yards apartment block in New York City.
Right.
Sounds
Top
nice
of the
already.
water.
Yeah, so of course it's one of those places that's fancy enough that they've got a parking attendant that looks after your
Oh, yeah,
vehicle.
a doorman and the whole deal. Yes.
Yeah. The doorman's in trouble. The parking
attendant.
The parking attendant is in trouble. He took Dr. Mike, sexiest doctors alive.
Yeah.
His Lambo for a 5-hour joyride without him knowing. Yeah, it's not good. Officials only learnt about the thief's spin around the city after residents tried to access their vehicles and the attendant was nowhere to be found.
Oh.
The reason they caught him is because other people came to get their cars. There was no one there.
Yeah.
Security had to go to the footage to find out where he went. They waited for him, and then he returned a few hours later in sexy Dr. Mike's
Lamborghini.
Wow, it's like Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, is he a thief if he brings it back?
Well, no,
he's just
he's
a
a
borrower,
borrower.
isn't he?
He's a
5
borrower.
hours, that's quite a drive.
But it's really the question over how many times has he done this?
Well, yeah, that's
to
right.
how many other residents, cars has he done this?
Well, are their cars as nice as the Lamborghini?
And it was like from 1 till 6 in the morning. Like so.
Yeah, right.
So everyone's sleeping. So like, is that his like just time to ride?
Yeah,
must be.
Because obviously 5 hours. You know, maybe the first time you would have done it for like half an
20
hour.
minutes, yeah, exactly.
And then you've worked yourself, 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah.
And worked yourself up to 5 hours.
Yeah. Then he's driving into
in a Lamborghini. That'd be like driving to Yelling Up and Back.
Yeah.
Just giving it plenty in the Lambo. Woo! Yeah, thank you, Harry.
Yeah. I wonder how many other people have been out there and caught someone using their stuff.
Yeah.
Like maybe a tradie's been doing work at your place. You come home and they're in your spa.
Yeah. Could
I
happen.
reckon that would happen. I know with the car situation, it happened with my auntie. My auntie was going in for surgery. This was so clear. And my cousin's girlfriend at the time, she was never a favourite with anyone. Like, no one had any time for her. And my auntie made sure that everyone knew that no one was to drive her car. She had a Mercedes at the time. No one was to drive a car because she wanted to throw that out because she just suspected this chick was not much fun. And sure enough, so she wrote down how many cases were on the clock. Yep. And anyway, this girl took it out. She took it out and drove around for a couple of days while my auntie was
I don't know.
surgery.
She sounds like heaps of fun.
She's out of the family. She's out of the family, no longer in the state. So I can say this story.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
It's a truly relatable problem when the parking attendant at your apartment building takes your Lamborghini out for a joyride for 5 hours.
Not good.
Oh, the number of times it's happened.
Yeah.
God, I don't live in apartment blocks. It's happened to your place, no? People take the cruiser out, the
I
PT
secure
cruiser.
my Phantom Ghost and Bentleys and things down before I.
Do you?
Oh, yeah, right.
You put a club lock on them?
Well, do. Just remember those steering wheel locks.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We are talking about when people are using your stuff without you knowing. Like at the moment, Natalie and I are wearing Sean's jocks.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
One pair between the two of us.
I know.
Amy's in Spearwood. Morning, Ames.
Good morning.
Hi, Amy.
Was somebody using your stuff without your knowledge?
As you are when you're 18, 20, and you're usually at your skinniest and looking the best ever in your life.
Of course.
I had some really stunningly gorgeous clothes.
Yeah.
Of course, have a child, put a bit of weight on, put things in storage at my parents' house.
Yes.
A few years go by, and I go out with my parents, and my mother is wearing my clothes.
Amy.
My beautiful jacket that I bought that made my young body look gorgeous, my 50-year-old mother at the time was wearing my clothes and was still wearing them into her mid-60s, and I caught her the other day in her 70s wearing one of my jackets still. And I'm thinking, I can't even get one arm in that jacket, and my mother is looking fabulous in it. And I'm thinking, this is so depressing. My mum looks good in my clothes.
That's
when your mum
depressing.
looks better than you do, that's an issue that I've found with my mum and my clothes.
Yes.
What age do you think that your mum can't have a bedazzled juicy written across her bum? Like Sean, what's the age?
My mum actually, she's got trousers and things, and she brightens them up by putting sparkles up the side or some.
Oh, she bedazzles.
Yeah, like bringing back the 60s fringe, adding things to clothes. She's really great. She's really good at it, but it's just, I'm sitting there going, that is so depressing. I can't get my own clothes on, and my mother's wearing
I
them.
love, though, that you've talked about like a 20-year span of you still having your stuff at your mum's house in storage.
That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Amy. Let's go to Carl in Secret Harbour. Hi, Carl.
G'day, how you going?
Good, Carl.
Good, Carl. Okay, we're talking about when people use your stuff without your knowledge. What have you got for us?
I found out the other day that my brother-in-law had been using my Foxtel account for the last 5 years.
Oh, so he had your passports, Carl.
Passwords.
Passwords and a passport. Travel on anywhere?
He had a passport, yeah.
So he's just watching it on his phone or on his screen? Oh, because you can do, what is it, Foxtel Go, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had Foxtel Go for the kids and stuff, and I had him in the house for about a month during COVID, helping out because he lost his house, and he somehow acquired the password, and he's been using it the last 5 years without my knowledge. The only reason I found out is because my partner told me that he rang up and goes, hey, what happened to the Foxtel? Because we ended up getting rid of it because it was too expensive.
Oh, so he rang up and because it was gone and was angry. It was upset. Like, where's my Foxtel?
Yeah.
Where's my Foxtel, Carl?
Yeah.
Why aren't you paying the bill?
Yeah, basically.
Where's my free Foxtel? Is what he was asking.
My Foxtel Go went.
Yes. It's gone.
And that's not good.
It's Foxtel gone. Thanks, Carl. Adam is in Dutch. Hello.
Hey, gang, how are you?
Good, Ads. What have you got for us?
So, a good friend of mine, her parents walked out of their house one day to find people having a nice little sleep and using their facilities of their caravan parked out the front of their house.
Oh! So they moved into their caravan.
Yep, just decided, okay, I'm not going to sleep in our own house tonight or going for a walk, and decided to pop open the door, illegally, obviously, and then jumped into the caravan for a sleep that night.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Was it just that night? Could they have been there for longer, or it was just that night?
It was just that night, and they woke up. Luckily, the male of the house is a master of kung fu, so he wasn't scared to walk up and knock on the door to find out that, okay, you two, get out.
How'd you get?
Can I just say, there's not enough masters of
So
kung
kung
fu
fu.
around enough anymore.
Oh, there is.
No.
They just don't go on about it.
Masters don't tell people.
You find out the hard way, Nathan.
I tell you right, like the world would be a safer place. People would be more compliant if we had more masters of kung fu around, Sean.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
There's no question we've got a peak audience right about now after promising to speak to Michael Jordan. Nat, you did dial number 23.
You're talking about the actual Michael Jordan, not just some bloke from Jandakot.
No, not the Michael Jordan who's the boxer and actor, Nath.
Oh, Michael Jordan, who was in Black Panther.
Yes, not him.
Not him?
Michael B. Jordan.
The
Michael Jordan.
And the reason why is obviously because the NBA finals are taking place at the moment.
Of course.
We're talking about the Western Conference finals and the Eastern Conference finals, and Dallas are playing Golden State today. Steph Curry plays for Golden State. He's looking to get on that next echelon of players to win 3 titles in a row.
right.
Okay.
In the other conference, obviously, there's the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. Okay, so they're going along. They had a game yesterday. The Heat won that first game.
And the Celtics are coached by Ange Postecoglou. Have I got it right?
Almost. We love the hoops, obviously, Nat. Yes. Moving back to Michael, obviously we've got his time, so Miles will make the most of it. And you want to ask him about the finals, so I want to ask Michael about the finals.
Well, what are you asking?
Michael about the finals.
Hey, Michael.
How did you see the finals when you were playing against some of the top NBA teams? And I'm probably talking about the Lakers and the Detroit Pistons.
Personally, I mean, individual goal was that Magic, Bird, Isaiah never did this. So that meant a lot to me to do it for the third time, yes. I won't say that I'm better than those people, but I think in terms of success, continuous and consistently, that puts me right up there with them, if not, a step above them.
I've got a follow-up question, Michael.
Yeah.
Michael?
Oh, no, his phone's just dropped out.
Oh, God, what are the odds?
God.
Yeah, go for it.
Look,
I don't
you
want to
ask
say
it, you ask it.
look, Nat, I don't want to say he's repetitive about things when you do it. Sorry, is he still there? Yes, he's still there.
Oh, you want to ask him a question?
About?
Well, winning the 3 titles, obviously.
Personally, I mean, individual goal was that Magic, Bird, Isaiah never did this. So that meant a lot to me to do it for the third time, yes. I won't say that I'm better than those people, but I think in terms of success, continuous and consistently, that puts me right up there with them, if not, a step above them.
Yeah, you made your point, Michael.
Yeah, he bangs
Look,
on about it.
I don't want to just hear about the game. I like to hear about other things in sports people's
Yes,
lives, as
sure.
you know. And I'm just thinking, like, Michael, you go to great lengths with your physical prowess, and I'm just guessing that your body would ache as yours does, Sean, from playing football.
True.
So where do you go to really look after yourself and get those knots worked out and rejuvenate after a hard game?
Cleopatra's temple. Feel like a king or a queen in an ancient Egyptian theme. Pamper yourself with a friend while you're sipping on champagne. Visit our beauty spa. You'll be well looked after. Cleopatra's Temple.com.au. Cleopatra's Temple 9414.
You didn't need to give us a phone number, Michael.
Michael.
Yeah.
It's amazing how his voice can go like that.
Yeah,
pretty
isn't
quickly.
it? I know, he hits the high notes.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we've got from Michael, obviously,
Oh,
because
he's gotta go, does he?
we're paying for the call, and you know what we're like around here. We don't want to be able to keep him on the line too much. But
it's a trunk call, isn't it, Sean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you had nothing for this sports report, did you?
What do you mean?
He said something about Steph Curry, etc.
No,
there was
I
actual
actually
sport
was going
in there.
to go down the West Coast Eagles.
I'll leave him alone, Sean.
But I'm
Just
gonna
leave him
for
alone.
Natalie's sake.
They're suffering
What
enough.
more do you want? Michael Jordan. What else did we deliver today? Who else was it before then?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger
Jeez,
Woods.
you've got a short
Nathan.
memory.
Are you telling us we started the show by talking about whether you use pegs on a clothes horse, and we ended it with that? Everyone, I hope the middle was delicious too. If you missed out on anything today's show, you can go to the
didn't,
Nathan
obviously.
Nat and Sean podcast.
Don't bother, to be honest.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Can I just say it's such a thrill when someone from the Morris family is up for a major award.
Does everybody gather around and get very excited about this? All the
And
Morris
do some Morris dancing.
Oh, we
and-
do. We do Morris dancing. We play our anthem, which is,
Of course.
a bit of Jenny.
Jenny Morris.
Auntie Jenny.
Auntie Jenny.
Well, it's well worth celebrating.
I know it
Nathan,
is.
because cousin Julia,
Cousin
in fact,
Julia.
has been nominated for the TV Week Gold Logie.
Well,
the
she's
most
an old
popular
set.
personality on Australian
We're
television.
so proud, the Morrises.
She joins us now, cousin Julia. Hello.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm still a bit grumpy that I haven't been given my orange cake recipe from the family reunion, but I'm letting it flow through me.
I tell you what, Auntie Julia, cousin Julia, should I say, there
We
is
don't know.
also a very famous carrot cake Morris
Oh, yes, recipe.
you need to get
from
part
one Marlene Morris.
Claims it's the family favourite, but no one's ever tasted it.
Oh, no, well, that's exactly right. No one's ever tasted it because we have to take it like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Fun bag.
Thank you.
It's not a cake that you can spread around.
It's not.
It's
It's
but you know, it's a family legacy,
Yeah,
and it's just
yeah.
something that we hold dear, don't we?
It is. Julia, amongst your travels around the Morris clans of the world, have you ever personally bumped into Jenny, our namesake, of course?
Yes,
Our anthem
yes,
singer?
indeed.
Yes.
And you're absolutely right. Not only, of course, are we related by fake blood, but we are also related through the sheer joy of her listening music into my ears, feeling happy every time I hear it.
Yes,
So
yes, because we all need a
It's
break in
both
the weather.
We do.
Familial and spiritual connection, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do with a different soundtrack to every single family reunion.
It becomes quite an earworm, doesn't it?
It does. It's a Morris worm, which obviously, you know, we've had to discuss in the past under a completely different umbrella, but that's another story altogether.
Hey, Julia, we were going to speak to you by you visiting a studio,
Yes.
but are you stuck in the traffic? Give us a rundown. What's happened this
God.
morning?
Okay, so I live so far on the other side of town from Nova, but last night popped the clothes out,
Yep.
got all ready, tra-la-la, and then decided to take every single closed road. Well, you can either go this way or that way. You're like, I need to go straight ahead, guys. That's what I need. Anyway, so I'm pulling up to the studio in about 2 minutes, which is going to be a little bit delayed for us. But I said I don't want to miss out. Family.
That's
right.
Needs to
That's
be
right.
like, how come you weren't there?
Can I just say, Queen Julia?
Yes.
Does Queen Julia drive herself?
Well, I reached out to the shareholders and got Employee of the Month and shouted myself a car. So, yes.
well done. Well done.
Bloody da.
And it's like driving toothpaste out of a tube. Let me tell you.
Are you one of these
Very-
people? Are you one of these celebrities, Julia, that has a bit of a chat with the driver, or do you like to just be on your phone and being all?
Okay, well, truthfully, I do not like to speak to anybody, but I do because I've got people-pleasing issues.
Haven't we all?
Quite the conflict, isn't it?
Hey.
Oh, as soon as it starts like, so, what's Dr. Chris like? I'm like, honestly, you know, like, I feel like, I won't say what I feel like because, honestly, it's so easy to be cancelled.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
true.
yes.
That's
I
right.
read so carefully. I was going to use a much more bloated version of hurting myself than I should have and didn't, so that's good. We're all safe.
Cousin Julia, this morning we had a heated debate about whether you need to peg your clothes onto a clothes horse. Us three do not peg our clothes onto a clothes
Oh, no,
horse.
I'm as loose as a goose.
Yes, you're one of us. I think probably
throw it on.
this should be how we decide who to vote for on Saturday.
Don't think I haven't been bitten by the heavy undersleeve that'll drag things down onto the floor on occasion.
Yes.
That is so true. I mean, put that in your day. Think about that for a bit longer because we all have an opinion on it. It's really weird.
Yeah, I know.
Really weird.
Mine are so, I don't mean this rudely, but mine are so thick I don't think I could get pegs around.
She likes a really thick, heavy crotch.
Yes.
On all undergarments.
A substantial gusset.
I'm in the clothes horse, you knucklehead.
Oh, sorry. Oh, we thought we were talking about something else.
Hey, Julia, obviously we've had a hiatus from the Logie Awards for a couple of seasons.
Yes.
So it's just been building up to this crescendo that we're about to see. Has it been a nervous time?
Oh, can you imagine? No, look, over the time it hasn't been on, I have been disappointed because it is honestly, well, as you guys know, you've been, like, it is such a fun night. It's very silly. It's the only time where you really get to see other people from other networks all in one spot like that. So it is a little ripper of a night. But, yes, in terms of votes and tra-la-la, you're just like, I'm not sure how much I appeal to the young people. So you just sort of, But then when the nominations are announced, I'll spend a good month and a half being really quite furious about it.
Well, I mean, if you're looking for an omen on the night, it's happening on Sunday, the 19th of June.
That's right.
Which is, of course, the birthday of one Nathan Morris.
Ta-da!
Beloved family member of yours.
I know.
This is a dead set search.
I've got a chance to live. This is what I'm talking about.
I know.
This may happen, babe.
It's the only reason why I haven't gotten angry that Julia's not coming to my birthday yet.
That's right. I mean, it's the only excuse you'll allow.
How funny was the RSVP I sent?
No, mate, it was a brown eye. It was actually just a picture.
It was a Dr. Chris Brown eye.
Dr. Chris Brown eye for sure. I don't think he will have ever heard that at school, so
No.
I'm looking forward to bringing that back to his ears.
Well, everyone needs to vote.
Vote
number
for
one.
Julia.
For cousin Julia. Let's play her out.
Yippee!
With Auntie Jenny.
Auntie Jenny, we're surrounded.
Great deviled eggs, great song.
I think she's going to win. I think that's a proper omen. 19th of June.
19th of June.
You can go to
That is a proper
tvweeklogiesvote.com to cast your vote for cousin Julia.
You can vote for anyone else.
Thanks for talking to us, Jules.
Oh, I love you guys. Miss you. I want to come back and do Morris dancing with you very soon.
Of course
Yes,
you are.
we'd
This
love
time
that.
we're going to drop
Anytime.
it like it's hot. Like us.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.